Welcome back, students. This is your assignment number 6, and as you know that we have finished with the plant tissue, so in today's assignment I am going to teach you the animal tissue. So here we start with the animal tissue. Now what is animal tissue? The bodies of animals are made up of different kind of tissues. Now, based upon the structure and functions, simple tissue in multicellular animals are of four basic types. First is epithelial tissue, or we can say covering tissue. Second is connective tissue, or we can say supportive tissue. Third, muscular tissue, or we can say contractile tissue. Fourth, nervous tissue, or we can say the tissue which conveys the messages and which responds to the stimuli. So here we study in detail about each of these four basic types of animal tissues. So first we start with the epithelial tissue. Now epithelial tissue, this tissue forms a continuous sheet of cells that covers the external surface of the body like skin, as well as the lines of the cavities of internal organs. Now this epithelial tissue is present inside the internal organs, in the lining of the internal organs, and as well as it is present in the skin, and it is present in the mouth, in the cheek cells, in the stomach lining, in intestine lining, and in windpipe. Now we see the structure of epithelial tissue. In epithelial tissue, the cells are present end to end without intercellular spaces. Now we can say that in epithelial tissue, the cells of the epithelial tissues, they are so close to each other that there are no intercellular spaces between the cells of the epithelial tissue. The cells may be flat, irregularly shaped, cuboidal, or in the shape of columns. Now cells of epithelial tissue, they may be flat, they may be cuboidal in shape, or they may be irregularly shaped, or they may be in the shape of columns. Now we see the function of epithelial tissue. Number 1, it provides protection and prevents the entry of germs. So this tissue is present on the skin, so it provides the protection to the whole body and it prevents the entry of germs also. Second point, it prevents the underlying cells from injury and entry of germs and from drying up, that is desiccation. Now as this epithelial tissue is present on the skin, so it protects the whole body from the injury, and even it protects that the germs do not enter inside our body, and it helps it in keeping the body wet. It helps the body it prevents the body from drying up, that is from desiccation. Now on the basis of shape of the cells, epithelial tissue is classified again in the following four types. Number 1 is squamous epithelium. It consists of a single layer of large flat cells with central nuclei placed on a thin basement membrane. You can see the picture of the squamous epithelium. In this you can see that these are flat cells and there is a nuclei which is placed on a thin membrane. That membrane is known as basement membrane. Now these cells can be compared to the tiles on the floor. Now you can see that these cells, they look like the tiles that is on the floor. Now the membranes lining the blood vessels and the inner lining of cheek are examples. Now this squamous epithelium cells, they are present inside the lining of the blood vessels and in the cheek. Now we study the second one, and second epithelial tissue is cuboidal epithelium. It is composed of single layer of cuboidal cells. You can see the picture that these cells are in the shape of cuboidal, and it is placed on a basement membrane. The salivary glands and the thyroid glands are internally lined by this epithelium. So here you can see this cuboidal epithelium is present in the salivary gland and in the thyroid gland, and they are internally lined by this cuboidal epithelium. Now we study the third one. Third is columnar epithelium. It is composed of tall cylindrical cells. You can see in the picture that there are tall and they are in the form of cylindrical, the height of each cell being greater than its width. The nuclei are oval and are usually found at the base of the cells. Inner lining of the intestine is an example. You can find this columnar epithelium in the inner lining of the intestine. Now we see the fourth one. Fourth is ciliated epithelium. Epithelial cells sometimes bear hair-like cilia. You can see in the picture that there are some hair-like cilia that are present in this ciliated epithelium. For example, the windpipe or trachea is internally lined by ciliated epithelial cells. So these cells we find in the windpipe and in the trachea. The windpipe and the trachea are internally lined by this ciliated epithelium. So this is all about the first epithelial tissue, first animal tissue, that is epithelial tissue. And in the second assignment I am going to teach you the second type of animal tissue. Till then, thank you.